Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to do a side-by-side comparison of the Silverado LT versus the Silverado LTZ. Now I want to start out by saying that this can be a difficult comparison to make because the LT as well as the LTZ has available option packages which changes the overall equipment available on each truck. So that's why before we get into this video any further, I want to show you exactly what options these two trucks have behind me. So the black LT on your right has the 5.3 liter V8, the Z71 off-road package, the leather package, convenience package 2, as well as the all-terrain tires. And after destination, the total MSRP on this LT is $57,915. And moving over to the LTZ truck on your left, the only option package this one has is the LTZ premium package. So after destination, this brings the total MSRP of this truck to $61,265. Okay, so now that we know exactly how these two trucks are equipped behind me, let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison of the LT versus the LTZ. And make sure to stick around to the end of this video as I've created a list of features on the LTZ that are not available or optional on the LT, and I'll tell you exactly what those are. Okay, so like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, these two trucks have just over a $3,300 price difference between the two. This is a fairly well-equipped LT with most of the available options and features of the LT, and this is a moderately equipped LTZ. I think it's missing one or two main option packages, but it does have the LTZ premium package like I mentioned, which does include some nice features. So let's go ahead and start with the LT, and then we'll jump over to the LTZ. So this one is the black exterior color, so not too much metallic or anything in the paint. We can see here is the refreshed front fascia for the half of the 2022 model year, the second half to be more specific. So this gives you the revised front end, which personally I think looks very good on the Silverado. You can see the LT gives you some chrome grille trim as well as chrome bumpers. This one does have the Z71 off-road package. LED projector headlights with LED high beams, LED daytime running lights, and LED turn signals are combination in that boomerang shape there. You do have black tow hooks on both of these trucks. You can see you do have the black accented grille with, like I said, the gold bow tie and some chrome accents. Overall, it is a very handsome truck and a very popular trim level as well. Moving over to the wheels and tires, these are your 18-inch wheels as part of that Z71 package. This truck does have the all-terrain tires, so that is why the tires may look a little bit different than some of the base LT trucks. They are 265/65 18-inch Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires. You can see they have some pretty beefy sidewalls, not the most aggressive out there, but a nice solid off-road tire for sure. Z71 badges on the front fenders, chrome mirror caps. The mirrors are going to be heated. No blind spot detection in this particular truck. Proximity entry on both front door handles. You can see this is the crew cab short box configuration. One of the most popular, if I'm not mistaken. Coming to the back of the LT, you can see you do have your rear chrome bumper as well. Now, one of the minor gripes I have about the LT is the fact that you get incandescent taillights on this trim level, whereas the custom LTZ and High Country have full LEDs out back. So personally, that's one of my gripes I've had with this generation Silverado, as I think the LT should have the LEDs as well, but it's really not a huge issue for most people. You can see you have your dual outlet exhaust, corner step bumpers. Backup camera is going to be up here along with your electronic tailgate release. LT badge, of course, tow hitch down below, and your Chevrolet stamped into the tailgate itself. Looks very nice, very premium. But yeah, that is going to be the LT in a nutshell. You can see this one does have the mud guards. Now moving on to the LTZ truck on the left, you can see there's immediately going to be some more chrome trim at the front end of the truck, both in the grille as well as the lower bumper section. Still have full LED lighting, LED projector headlights, LED reflector high beams. Your turn signals and running lights are going to be found in that boomerang right there. There's your more chrome accented grille. Front camera for the 360 surround vision system, and it does have a windshield washer nozzle so you can rinse off the camera if it happens to get dirty. Down below you will find LED fog lights on this particular trim with front parking sensors as well. But overall you can see that the LTZ just looks a little bit more premium with the extra chrome if you're into that style of look. Personally, I do like the paint match front ends on like the RST and custom trim levels, so that's what I would pick. But some people do like the chrome trim, and it definitely looks a little bit more high-end with that chrome trim. Moving over to the wheels and tires, these are your 20-inch LTZ base wheels. So these are the base wheels that come on all LTZ trims. They're wrapped in 275/60 R20 Bridgestone Alenzis AS02 tires. So more of an all-season road-going tire. Silverado badge on both front fenders. Still have chrome mirror caps, although you'll see more LED lighting both on the exterior. Blind spot monitoring, they are heated of course, and there's your camera for the camera system. Chrome trim on the door handles and around the windows. Proximity entry on both front door handles, so the same as the LT over there. Just a little bit more chrome accenting again to give it that high-end look. 4x4 badge on the bedside there. This is the same cab and bed configuration between the two. And out back you'll find your LED taillights that I mentioned earlier on in this video. Still have the chrome rear bumper with the side steps. Rear parking sensors are on this truck. There's your tow hitch. Camera and lighting up there near the handle. Again, you still have the Chevrolet stamped in the rear tailgate there. So not too much different overall on the exterior, just some more chrome trim, a few additional features in terms of the camera system and front and rear parking sensors. But overall, these two trucks are fairly similar on the outside. Okay, so now that we've gone over the exterior of each truck, let's go ahead and jump on the interior of the LT, and then we'll move on to the LTZ. So here on this LT, like I mentioned, you do have the leather interior, so you're gonna find the leather seating surfaces. Starting out here on the door panel, you're gonna have soft touch uppers and midsections with some accent stitching and some faux wood accents. It's kind of a brown color. It's gonna be a little bit different on the LTZ. Power windows, mirrors, and locks. Some nice chrome accent trim throughout the door panel with lots of storage down below. Silver accented door sill plate. Power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar. There's your leather interior for the LT. So stepping inside, you're immediately going to notice the refreshed dashboard and interior layout. This is found on all LTs and higher in terms of the trim level. So if you get a custom, you will not find the new infotainment system or the gauge cluster design. Let's go ahead and start it up, take a look at that gauge cluster. You can see this is immediately very similar to the Tahoe and Suburban over the last few years. Has tons of user layout settings. I'm not going to go through all the menus in particular, but I'm sure there's a few videos out there that will cover this. But again, tons of different customization you can do from the right side of the steering wheel here. On the left side, you have normal cruise control. You do have emergency braking functionality, so you can set the 3 gap settings there. This is a heated leather wrap steering wheel with some chrome accents. To the left of the steering wheel, you have electronic parking brake, 4-wheel drive modes with automatic control, trailer brake control with your drive mode settings. So this has sport, off-road, and normal. Automatic headlights, gauge illumination, bed lighting in the back, so you can control that all here from the left of the steering wheel. Automatic high beam assist with your regular wipers. And this is a column shifted truck, so it's up here on the column instead of down here in the center console area, which we'll touch on in the LTZ. Moving over to the infotainment system, this is your
13.4-inch
infotainment system, I do believe. Huge upgrade over the previous 8-inch system found in the Silverados. This has the Google Assistant and Google Maps built in, just like the Tahoe and Suburban, so you can use Google Maps straight on the infotainment system, along with most other Google functionality. Wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay. You have tow haul settings, you have Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB inputs, Bluetooth, all the stuff you'd want on an infotainment system. Again, this is a huge upgrade over the last one, and it's definitely nice to see. Some physical controls for the infotainment, including a volume knob and home button. Lane keeping assist, auto stop start off, tailgate release, hazard button, traction control off, hill descent control. Trailer brake controller for this truck is found here on the right side. Heated front seats with dual zone automatic climate control, USB-A and USB-C port. And this is a 6-passenger configuration truck, so no center console here. So you can flip this up, fit a person here. Cup holders, lots of extra storage. Nothing inside that storage space, but it is nice to have for sure. Very soft touch. Moving to the headliner, this is a light gray headliner. Kind of breaks up the black interior. Microphone up here. Manual dimming rear view mirror. LED interior lighting, and this does have the Convenience 2 package, so this gives you the power rear sliding window, along with the 3 garage home link settings. Yeah, overall a fairly premium interior on a mid-trim level truck. in the front of the Silverado. Moving to the back, most of the materials are going to follow through, including here on the door panel. So soft touch uppers, soft touch armrest area with some accent stitching. Lots of storage down below in the door panel. And with this interior option selected, you do have the storage in the seat backs. So that is a nice little space where you can put whatever you need. Small space, but necessary, or usable space rather. There's a look at the front seat of the LT. Both seats do have mat pockets on the back. Rear AC vents, 120 outlet, as well as 2 USB charge ports, one Type-C, one Type-A. 2 cup holders in the center armrest. But yeah, overall very comfortable rear seat. Most of these crew cab trucks anymore have plentiful rear seat legroom and headroom. Just like this Silverado here. So let's go ahead and jump over to the bed really quick, and then we'll go over to the LTZ. So most of these Silverados are going to have the electronic tailgate release anymore. That's pretty standard issue option, or a very common option. This one has the 120 outlet, 400 watt in the bed. No spray and bed liner, but that is available. Lots of tie down points. Easy lift lower tailgate. And there is LED bed lighting in the rear they can control inside the truck as well. But yeah, that's going to be the LT in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and jump over to the LTZ. You're going to find a lot of premium features on the inside that are not found on the LT. So starting off on the door panel, you're going to have these same soft touch points. So soft touch uppers, soft touch armrests with the same stitching. 2-person memory seat for the driver's side. Power windows, mirrors, locks with power folding mirrors. So that's a nice premium touch for sure. And both of the front windows are automatic, unlike the LT where just the driver's side is. Same storage space in the lower section, but you see you do have Bose premium audio system. Power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar once again, and this truck does also have the black leather interior option. I can't really feel a difference between the leather in terms of quality, but there very well could be a small difference. Go ahead and jump inside and turn it on as well. So as you can see, we're immediately greeted to the same dashboard and infotainment system as that LT truck over there. Really, there's not going to be too much difference between the two, if any at all. Still have Google Maps, all the Google Assistant functionality. Cycle through all the menus here on the right side of the steering wheel. Again, I'm not going to go in depth in terms of that, but that is available. You can see you do have paddle shifters on this truck, is one thing that sticks out to me right away. Still a leather wrap steering wheel that is heated. Now this truck does have the premium package, which gives you the adaptive cruise control functionality. So you have your gap adjustment right there with 3 preset distances. Automatic high beam assist, regular wipers. You can see the column shifter is missing here, down here on the center console. To the left of the steering wheel, you're going to find your electronic parking brake, 4-wheel drive controls with drive mode selection. So this one gives you normal, sport, off-road, as well as terrain mode, so an additional mode there. You can see no 4-wheel drive low manual settings, so that's just because this truck doesn't have the Z71 or more advanced off-road. Automatic headlights with fog lights, like I mentioned. You have some lighting controls for the bed, as well as the front and side mirrors. Gauge illumination, all found here on the left side. Power tilt telescoping steering wheel. So that is an upgrade over the LT. That is a manual functionality. Same infotainment system like I mentioned. Google Maps, Google integration, all the same stuff there. Same hard touch buttons for the most part. Lane keeping assist, parking sensors on off, stop start on off, tailgate release, hazard button, traction control, and all 4 windows they can roll down at the same time via this one button. That's a neat feature for sure. Trailer brake controller. Heated and ventilated front seats with dual zone automatic climate control. So you do get the ventilated seats as part of the LTZ. USB-A, USB-C ports still over there. And here is your center console. So this is a 5-passenger configuration Silverado. And this is the shifter that you kind of pull in the side and push to whether you want to go into drive or reverse. You can see this one does have the 360 camera system. So you can view all the different cameras right there. Definitely a nice upgrade and good resolution compared to the LT, which still again has the good resolution, but only 1 camera in the tailgate. Wireless charging pad right here, just below the center console release. So this is a nicely padded, a little bit nicer, I would say, overall than the LT. Inside you do have a storage that you can remove, USB-A, USB-C port, as well as your 120 outlet over there. Up top, you'll still find the same gray headliner. This one does have the power sunroof. See that right there. Auto dimming rear view mirror, as well as driver's side exterior mirror. So you can see the auto dimming functionality right there. Still have LED interior lighting. So you have your power sunroof controls, garage home link, 3 system settings, power rear glass still. So overall, that's going to be pretty similar, just adding the power sunroof controls. And that's going to continue to the back as well. So door panels are going to be soft touch uppers and everything like that once again. Seats still have the same storage space in the back. Still have the same armrest. So not too much different there. Both the seats do fold up for some extra storage beneath it, or if you need to put something here that kind of takes up this floor space, you can go ahead and do that. There's the front seat of the LTZ. You will find a slightly different console design. So you have 2 cup holders up here, rear heated seats, 2 USB ports, AC vents, a little higher up than on the floor like the LT. 2 mat pockets are still present. And again, full LED interior lighting. So all in all, not too much different. Again, you do get the heated rear seats in the LTZ. But other than that, not too much different between the 2 trucks. Coming to the bed and the tailgate, this one is going to have the power up down tailgate. So I'll show you guys the up function in a second. Still have the 120 400 watt outlet in the bed. No bed liner, but again, that is available on these trucks. LED bed lighting. But pretty similar, but if you want the power up down tailgate, I believe that is a separate option on the LTs that you have to option. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up here on the passenger front seat of the LTZ. And the reason I wanted to show this versus not on the LT is because the LT is going to have a manual 4-way passenger seat, where this has a power functionality passenger seat with, again, 2-way power lumbar. So that is one of the nice upgrades over the LT. Both trucks are going to have the same storage space up here. I just didn't show that in the LT. So you still get this cubby and the lower storage options in the LT over there. But yeah, that is going to wrap up the interior of the LT versus the LTZ. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood really quick, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Now, under the hood of both of these 2 trucks, you're going to find the same 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine. This puts out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque through all 4 wheels, because both of these trucks are 4-wheel drive. Now, in both of these trim levels, the V8 is going to be paired to the 10-speed automatic transmission, which I think is a big upgrade over the former 8-speed. So in terms of drivetrain and everything like that, these 2 trucks are going to be very similar. Again, if not the same, minus the Z71 low-range 4-wheel drive settings found on the LT over there. But again, that is available on the LTZ as part of a separate package. And going a little bit deeper, I'm not exactly sure of the rear axle ratios on these 2 trucks, but that might be another small difference between them in terms of the Z71 package over here on the right. So hopefully that exterior and interior walk around helped you guys note the differences between these 2 trucks as they sit in their current trim levels and option packages that they're equipped with. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning, I have a full list of features and options that I've kind of brainstormed between these 2 trucks that are different between the LTZ as well as the LT trim level. And I just want to mention before we get into this list that I'm not perfect. I did brainstorm this list myself, kind of going through the window stickers and some of these standard features on the website. So if I list something incorrectly, I apologize. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys hear anything or see anything that is incorrect as far as this list goes. Okay, so diving into the list, the LTZ gets the HD surround vision camera system, optional on the LT. It gets the 20-inch wheels versus the 18s found here on the LT. Front and rear park assist found on the LTZ, trailer side blind zone alert, rear cross traffic braking, rear pedestrian alert, and safety alert seat, all found on the LTZ, optional on the LT. It gets standard trailer brake controller versus optional trailer brake controller here on this LT. Front bucket seats versus the front bench seating. Leather seats are standard on the LTZ versus optional on this LT. And the LTZ has the driver's seat and mirror memory functionality, again, not available on the LT. Power folding mirrors, LED front fog lights, LED tail lights, rear wheelhouse liners are standard on the LTZ and again as an accessory on the LT. And finally, power sliding rear window, again optional on the LT but standard on the LTZ. I'll go ahead and put this list down in the description below. You guys can verify it for yourself, but that is just what I came up with. Let me know in the comment section if you guys found any additional differences between these two trucks or anything that I might have listed incorrectly. And in terms of pricing really quick, once again, the LTZ over there is $61,265 including destination, and the LT that I'm sitting in is $57,915 for a difference of $3,350. So if you ask me, that is quite a bit of extra equipment for $3,300 between these two trucks. Again, I guess it would all depend on what you use the truck for and what your benefits and overall requirements are for a pickup truck that does have the ventilated front seats, which personally I would like, along with a couple more of the safety features and maybe the adaptive cruise control found over there as well. I guess that's something I didn't list here on this list, but that is something that overall I would like in the truck. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and or found it helpful. If you did find it helpful, please hit that like button. It greatly helps out these videos in the channel. And if you guys are not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications so you guys are notified when I upload a new video. And typically I upload about 10 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Saturday. I typically don't upload on Sundays, but there's a ton of additional automotive related content over there if you guys want to check out the channel. I have a bunch of Chevy videos, a bunch of Hyundai videos, and definitely some more coming here in the pipeline. So make sure to stay tuned for that and subscribe if you're not already. Now let me know down in the comment section below which of these two trim levels you think is a better deal, or maybe you own one of these two trucks and have some comments on it. Leave any and all feedback down in the comment section below. It might help somebody that is looking at purchasing one of these two trucks, or I'm just interested to hear how the ownership experience has been yourself. So any comments related to these two trucks, leave them down in the comment section below and I'll definitely take a look. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching and found this video helpful, and as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.